Today we're going to be comparing two grinders. We're going to be comparing the Comandante C40 with the Niche Zero grinder. Both of these are phenomenal grinders, but first off, and before we dive into the comparison, I just want to say thank you for joining us on Kabin's Coffee Corner. This channel is designed to help you choose the gear that you want to brew with at home. I do a lot of different reviews and comparisons to help you choose that gear. I would love if you please liked and subscribed to my channel. This really helps me produce more content. If you're looking at purchasing gear, please use the affiliate links below where I make a slight commission at no extra charge to you. I also have an Instagram called Kabin's Coffee Corner, so you're more than welcome to follow me there. Let's go ahead and dive into this comparison. But first off, look at how this matches. Like, this is close. This is the American Cherry Commandant, and this is the Black Niche Zero. And they're kind of close. They almost match, but they don't quite match, and it's kind of like a reverse effect. I just find that kind of neat. So we got the Commandant here. It's a hand grinder. It runs at $240. If you add the red clicks, you can expect that to be around $300. This one cost me, all in, counting shipping, $735, and it was tough to get your hands on, but also so is this. I waited, I think, longer to get this grinder than I did the Niche because of COVID and the complications that come into it there. So starting off, one of the biggest differences between these two is this little guy has a motor. So it goes, you don't have to manual grind. You can add this Hario grinder attachment on top of this for an extra $100, and it will automatically it's like a battery powered attachment for this grinder, so it will still grind for you, and it will grind in about a minute for espresso. So this guy takes a couple minutes to manually grind for espresso. This one takes about 20 seconds, give or take, to manually grind for espresso. So a couple of the features here is the Commandant comes with two of these little glass jars, one with a lid to probably store beans or something when you're traveling. The Niche comes with this dosing cup, and if you got the newer model, it is very glossy on the inside with no flat edges. And no little groove here on the insert for where this goes over your portafilter. So this goes directly onto your portafilter like that. No need for a funnel or anything like this. It also came with a brush and a screwdriver to take out the burrs on the inside. This is what you would call a stepless grinder, which means that you can fully choose whatever grind setting you'd want, versus this one is a stepped adjustment, which means it jumps from the grind setting to grind setting just a little bit. If you add the red clicks on here, it makes those increments just a little bit smaller. So to change the grind settings, you simply hold on to the lid and move this little piece at the bottom here, and that will be how you adjust your grind settings for the Commandant. So I'm going to compare this in two different realms of things. Obviously the price part is like, this is half the cost, so you do got to think about that in there. But I want to compare grinds and drinks on this, so I'm going to compare shots of espresso and not shots of coffee, just pour over of coffee. Not shots of coffee. And we're going to compare those side by side. I spent a lot of time grinding and setting up for espresso for both of these grinders, comparing shots back to back, as well as pour overs that I've done over the past couple weeks. Both of these are fairly new to me. I've had this one for a couple months now, and I've had this for a couple weeks, so I feel like I've really got a groove of understanding these and which one tastes better. So I'm going to start with espresso. And one of the big things is this is a stepless adjustment, which means you have more freedom. If you want to do a 29-second espresso in 18 grams of coffee in, 36 grams out, you can do it with this. You can easily adjust this. With this, you have steps, and that makes it from like step 6 for me, it was 43 seconds out of, or time, the time was 43 seconds, and then if you jumped up to 7, it was like 18 or 19 seconds. So it was quite a bit of a jump in time, and I couldn't really fine tweak it as much as I would like to. Both of these are single dosing grinders, which means you have to manually like load up 18 grams in and put it in the hopper and put it out that way. I love how you don't need a funnel or anything for a portafilter with this one, because it fits perfectly over for portafilter on it. So when I compare these for espresso, this one is going to win. One, it's quicker. This takes 20 seconds versus almost 2 minutes of grinding, but it should be quicker. It has a motor versus your manual hand grinding. So this one is going to win, but I think it also produces a superior shot than the Commandant in that realms. We move over to pour over, and I think the results change. I actually think the Commandant wins over the niche because of the fact of how consistent the grinds are. So it doesn't have as many fines as the niche does, which makes it a cleaner cup, in my opinion. It does take some time of tweaking because you really got to count up to like 22, 24 on your grind settings on clicks. So that is a little bit of a frustration, but overall, it's not too bad. And overall, every single pour over device I've used, between Chemex, between V60, between Kalita Wave, between the Fellow Stag, between French Press, all of them have been incredible with the Commandant. I don't regret that at all. I think if you're going for pour over, you're not really going to beat. It's going to take a while to beat this, and this is just going to do the job so well. If you're looking for an all-around grinder, I think the niche is going to do a little bit better, just because you can fine tweak for that espresso, and it's going to really let you dial that in, versus you can't do it so much at the default Commandant. If you get the red clicks, it's definitely going to tremendously help with that, but I feel like it still might be lacking a little bit when compared to the stepless adjustments of the niche. But overall, I think either one of these grinders are going to be great for whatever you do. It's definitely going to let you dabble in the espresso range here and dabble in the pour over range here, but excel in the pour over range here, excel in the espresso range here. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you have any questions about either one of these grinders, let me know in the comments below. That's one of the joys about this channel, is it just helps me help you choose the gear you want to brew with at home. Clearly, both of these are fairly expensive in the realm of coffee gear, and I want you to be able to choose a very informed decision on what gear you purchase so you don't regret purchasing something down the road. So if you have those questions, please let me know, and again, please like and subscribe. I got some great videos coming up. But lastly, I just also want to say thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your support on this channel. Thank you.